Alright, hey guys, it's Bros TCG back in the video. In this video, I'm doing a Gate Guardian deck profile, and this is post Maze of Memories. And let's just get started here. So I run 2 copies of Sanga of the Thunder, 2 copies of Soijin, and 2 copies of Kazjin. So they all have the same effect here, and we're just running 2 because the main thing about them is that you need their names, and they're going to be the monsters you summon. Sadly, I couldn't run Gate Guardian. You can put him in here. He does kind of synergize a little bit with the Gate Guardians combined. Like after it's defeated, you can get that out. But it's not that strong, so I decided not to get it out, or not to put it in the deck. But if you want to, go for it. And then here we have 3 copies of Labyrinth Heavy Tank. This card's pretty nice because you can just normal summon it without tributing it. It's a 2400 attack monster, and it lets you get one of these, either Sanga, Kazjin, or Soijin, out on the field, but as a continuous spell. And not only that, but if you control a Labyrinth Wild card, you can destroy one monster your opponent controls. So it gives you a good amount of value. So I think 3 copies of it is pretty great. Then we have 3 copies of Shadow Goal of the Labyrinth. So this card's nice just because it does actually let you search out your field spell. And the field spell is great because even if you have multiple copies of it, you're able to utilize it multiple times. And at the start of the damage step, if your opponent monsters battles while you control a Labyrinth Wild card, you can banish this card from your grave, destroy that opponent's monster. So if they try to battle while you have the field spell, you can punish them for it. And then here we have 3 copies of Elemental Hero Prisma. So Elemental Hero Prisma can actually turn into whatever monster you need, and it's a normal summon. So that's great to see. Then we have 3 copies of Ash Blossom because it's a great generic hand trap, and yeah, solid addition here. Then we have 3 copies of Fusion Deployment. This card is just solid just because it's able to get you whatever monster you need. So let's say you're trying to fusion summon your Gate Guardian of Wind and Water. Let's say you need a Soijin. Then you can use Fusion Deployment in order to special summon a Soijin. And the nice thing about this, about Fusion Deployment, is that you're actually able to special summon them out instead of just like adding them to your hand or adding them as a continuous spell. Then we have a Hero Lives. So a Hero Lives is a solid card. This is a great way to just get Prisma out without using your normal summon. But not only that, it actually synergizes really well with Ryuroku Guardian, because once you use this effect and you have less than life points than your opponent, whatever Gate Guardian monster you have out, you can half your opponent's life points in order for that monster to gain that attack. So again, just a great card that actually synergizes well with the deck, and it evens the playing field. Even if your opponent doesn't want that. Then we have 1 copy of Harpy's Feather Duster. Just if you're going second, you don't want to deal with all the spells and traps, just wipe that. 2 copies of Sacred Sword of 7 Stars. A lot of level 7 monsters here. You can see these are all level 7 monsters. So using Sacred Sword of 7 Stars means that we're actually able to banish that monster and then draw 2 cards. And not only that, this goes well with Labyrinth Wild Shadow, just because you can get reoccurring value out of those cards, even if they are banished. Terraforming, because even though we have three ways of searching them out, this card is not once per turn, and being able to get one of these monsters out for nothing basically is great. Just get it out, and then you can go into whatever fusion monster you need. And then here we have 1 copy of the Ryuroku Guardian. So this card I already covered, but it's just a great way of just getting a sneaky kill in. If your opponent doesn't realize that your life points are lower, you use this, you see an opening, you attack your opponent. This can win you a lot of games just without your opponent even seeing that line. Then Called by the Grave, because hand traps does affect the deck pretty heavily, so using this is a great way of just deterring it a bit. Then we have 2 copies of Double Attack Wind and Thunder. Double Attack Wind and Thunder is great. Not only this actually lets you have some interaction during your opponent's turn, so being able to pop a card is nice, and then it searches, so a great card overall. Then we have 3 copies of Labyrinth Wild Shadow. This card, it doesn't do the effects that, the first and third effect aren't super relevant, but the second effect of being able to place a Sanga of Thunder, Kazjin, or Soijin from your banish or hand or deck in your spell and trap zone is nice, just because you're able to easily get out whatever monster you need. And then not only that, you're able to use this card multiple times, as I covered. 3 Imperm, because this is there aren't that many like monster negates, or at all really, with this archetype. So using Infinite Impermanence is great. It just fulfills that role. So the nice thing about this is that if you're able to get out Gate Guardian of Wind and Water, this could be your spell trap negate. It gives you 2 spell trap negates, and then if you have an Imperm and an Ash, then that's a great way of just slowing your opponent down. Then we have Prey of the Jirai Gumo. So this card can become a normal monster, but it can also pop a card on your opponent's side of the field, as long as it's on the same column as that monster. and then as this monster, and then you can banish this card from your grave and add one of your Sanga of the Thunder, Kazajan, or Suijin. So it's a great card to just search things out. And then before we go to the extra deck, if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and check out the Patreon description down below. Let's just get started here. So I run 3 copies of Gate Guardian combined. This is just a great boss monster. It's fun to get out here, and yeah, I like running 3 copies of it. I know that it doesn't have like the best effect. I mean, if they try targeting a card you control, then that's great. You can stop it 3 times, but besides that, it doesn't do too much. It's an okay boss monster. It's not extremely powerful, but it's fun, and if they have a lot of cards that target, this is a great way of dealing with that. Then we have 2 copies of Gate Guardian of Water and Thunder. So once per chain, quick effect, you can target one face of monster your opponent controls, change the attack to 0. You can do it twice per turn, and then if it's basically, if with any of these monsters, if this face-up card leaves the field because of an opponent's card, you get to special summon one of the materials that was banished. And yeah, this card's okay. Just being able to lower your opponent's monster's attack to 0 is okay. It's just yeah, it's fine. Now we have 2 copies of Gate Guardian of Thunder and Thunder and Wind. So this card's great because it actually lets you search out a spell or trap from whatever spell and trap this associated with the archetype, because all of these do mention all 3 of the names, so you're able to search them all out. And yeah, it's just a great card to actually be able to search out whatever you need. And then we have here the 2 copies of Gate Guardian of Wind and Water. So I think this is going to be your best bet if you're trying to like go if you're trying to set up a board for your opponent to deal with. If you're going first, you either need to get this out, or get this out, or get both of them out with like a hand trap or something. But Gate Guardian of Wind and Water is nice because it's a spell or trap negate, and you can do it twice per turn. So that's pretty solid. Then here we run Zeus, then Harmonizer, Gradiel, and Big Eye. Just a lot of rank 7s that you can go into. Just look into whatever rank 7 you want to go. There's plenty of different rank 7s that you can look into and play around with. And then Zeus is, if you manage to go into one of these and then just attack, like with the Harmonizer Gradiel, if you're able to do that, you can get a Zeus out, which is going to be a great addition as a boss monster here. And then we have Access Code Talker. So just a boss monster, if you're able to get a lot of things out. Being able to use this is great. Just, summon this, and then hopefully you can finish your opponent. Blackluster Soldier of Chaos. It requires 3 monsters with different names, and if you use a monster that's level 7 or higher, it cannot be targeted and cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So this is a great solid boss monster that you can get out, and it's pretty easy to get out. And then here we have the Dark Charmer. So I think this is just a great way to give you some form of link climbing, but it also can work well with the deck. Just because, yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be dark. You can add it, like if you want the light one too, just because you could have a few more options with the light one. But I just chose the dark one for Labyrinth Heavy Tank. And yeah, I think that'll be a great just little monster that you can get out here and to link claim. And here for the side deck are cards that I considered but didn't end up running. So here I have the original Gate Guardian. Decided it wasn't that great, so didn't run it. So here's the whole Kashtira. Let me show you guys right here. This is the Kashtira like package that you can add if you want to add this to make it more of a mixed build, because a lot of the Kashtira cards just kind of synergize around the idea of just being level 7 monsters, and these Gate Guardians are level 7. So yeah, if you're able to use that and actually utilize it with like Kashtira Birth, where you can normal summon level 7 monsters without tributing, then you can use that to actually just normal summon all of your Sanga, Suijin, or your Kazajan. And yeah, these are actually really good boss monsters to get out here. So maybe the only reason I didn't include this because I didn't want to mix up the build too much. I wanted to keep it kind of pure. And yeah, if you guys want to actually make it pretty competitive, you can try blending it with Kashtira, and you could probably get really good results. Foolish Burial Goods is a great addition just because you can drop the prey of the Jiraiya in order to search something out. Then another double attack Wind and Thunder I think could be pretty solid, since yeah, having these is really nice, but I just didn't know what to take out for it. And then this is the other Kashtira Birth that I had here, because you normally want to run them at 2. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this Gate Guardian deck profile. Make sure to let me know what you guys think, if you guys want to see duels or anything with this. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.